Hello beautiful people, I'm Polly from Charming Tabby. In this video, this is actually my first video for this kind of project. I'm going to show how I'm going to turn this old cover into beautiful junk journal cover. This is my first time making such a video, so I hope that everything is going to be okay, because honestly I'm a little bit also excited and probably a little afraid, but okay. First things first, before I show you how I'm going to make this, please subscribe for my channel, because this will help me to develop more as an artist. Like this video and watch the rest of my videos, because you're going to find them interesting. There are plenty of ideas that I'm going to make in the future. So as I said, this is the first time that I'm going to do I'm making video for such thing. So let me take my chair and let's begin. This big book is old one, and it's from 1928. Actually, this is Italian Bulgarian book. So I have the intention to take this beautiful cover and to turn it into hopefully, and I really hope to be something very interesting. I've prepared some cutters. Those are carpet cutters, and probably I'm going to use this one because oops, don't do this at home. I'm really sorry, because you're not be able to cut yourself, so please be careful while doing those things. The cover is not in so bad condition, as you can see, so I have the intention to remove it. Let me just turn it and gently, very gently, to remove this thing. I'm going to explain why I need this bandage. Yes, it is bandage. But after a second, gently, gently, as you can see, and this part here, I'm going to use it for something, I don't know for what. I will think for what to use it, so no need to worry. Okay, let me just put it outside. So this is my cover, as you can see. But there is a little hole, so I'm going to repair this hole, and I'm going to straighten it with those bandages. Those two bandages. I'm going to cut one more, and as you can see, this is the reason why I'm going to use it. Is a normal and very ordinary bandage that you can use for your spine. I'm going to use it right now. Oh, where is my water? I forgot to take my water. And I'm going to use glue. Normal craft glue is okay. And let me show you what I'm going to do with this one. Okay, little sponge and little water with some glue. And I'm going to cover this one generously. First from this side, then from the front. The idea for this here is to, as I said, I don't remember that I said it, probably I did, but I'm going to repeat myself. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, is to strengthen this spine, because as you can see, it's in poor condition. Let's be honest. Not so bad, of course, because there's books, I was going to say pictures, I don't know why. There are books that looks very horrible and they're in very bad condition. Let me take more from this glue. To put a lot. Yes. Very well. Okay. And I'm going to put glue over the bandage. So for this part here, for this, actually is this the face? Probably it's the face of the, never mind. For this here, as you can see, I used 2 pieces of the bandage, but you can use 3 if you want, or maybe more. I've never tried with more, actually I've tried with 3. And I don't want to put 3, and I will explain why. Because when you make this journal and you want to put the whole pages together, I want to sew them, it's going to be difficult for the needle to pass through this one, through this spine, because it's going to become very hard. And this is the reason why personally I prefer to use 1 or 2 pieces of this medical or ordinary bandage you can find everywhere. Let me remove this one here and put it here, okay? A little bit of water, and again my glue is very thick. That is the reason why I'm using water a little bit. In the end, after I make everything and everything is dried up, I'm going to cut the pieces that I don't like, and I'm going to trim it. So it's ready, this part here, and I'm going to put second here, because as you can see it's ripped and this is not good. Definitely not so good. Don't worry, in the end everything will be covered, so let me just remove this here and cut it. Okay, let me use a little bit of this glue. I'm going to put glue over the edges where it's ripped, and I don't want any kind of problems. A little bit of water. And since I'm afraid for this part here, I'm going to cut a little bit of piece, one piece, and I'm going to put it, you see how. Because I don't like the way it looks, and honestly it could fall apart if I don't do this. What is my idea? So I'm going to put one piece here when it's very dangerous. How should I say it? Dangerous? Yes. It is dangerous because it could rip apart, which is not going to be good at all. And for any case, I'm going to do the same thing for the top of the spine. And something like a precaution, because I don't want, as I said, to happen something bad with my spine. Unfortunately, some of the parts of my spine are going to be very, 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 very hard. And I hope that I'm going to sew it well. And now I am done with it. I'm going to leave it to dry and I will come back for more. Okay, so everything is completely dry. As you can see, the spine is already in good shape and looks very beautiful, and it's hard, so I won't have any kind of problems with this journal. And this was the reason why I used those pieces of bandage. and the glue, because I wanted to make the spine very hard. I left this cover to dry up for 12 hours. I know that 12 hours sounds a lot, but I wanted to be sure that everything is dried up completely, so I won't have any kind of problems for my journal. Next, I have in my mind to cover the spine and the sides with this beautiful oil paint that I have. I love it because when you apply it, it looks very vintage and beautiful. So this is oil paint on Winsor and Nelson, and this is the cover. Vandyke brown. I'm not quite sure. Is it Vandyke or Vandyke? Never mind. I'm going to put it in my description box, the name of the cover, if you want to buy it. And this time I'm going to, usually when I'm covering and usually when I'm using this paint and putting it and applying it over these covers, these journal covers that I'm using, I'm using only this paint, but I want to put some red stains over it this time and make it different. So I hope that it's going to look very beautiful. This is my first time that I'm going to make, so I want to escape from this brown color and make it reddish, brown, reddish, something like this. So I'm going to apply my oil paint here. Bear in mind that this oil paint have very strong smell, and I'm not quite sure. I read somewhere that it's toxic, probably. I'm not sure. I read it somewhere, but I'm still using it and I didn't die, so probably it's not so toxic. I hope that it's not so toxic. As you can see, the color is very deep, and I just put it like this. Okay. And let me see, shall I use this? Probably bear in mind that when you touch this oil paint and when it gets over your hands, it's going to be quite difficult to remove it because it's oil paint. At least I have such problems. Okay, I'm going to use this little sponge and put the paint over it. Okay. Let me remove. I love to use this oil paint because it covers completely everything that is on the cover, and you can make one very beautiful cover from it. As you can see, it covers perfectly. I need a little bit more from it. You can use brush, but with brush I don't know the strokes. Probably you are going to see the strokes. This is the reason why I'm using it, because I want to make sure that every part is very well covered and evenly covered, which is very important for me. Of course, before using this paint, you can use gesso, white gesso, to cover everything, but I'm always using this oil paint like this over the cover, directly over the cover, because I find it more suitable for my projects. If you like, you can cover it, as I said, with gesso, white gesso or black gesso. As I said, the cover is very beautiful, and it looks very vintage. Of course, if you don't like the texture, that the texture are different, I mean, if you have spine that if you have problems with your spine, and put this bandage over the spine like I did here in front of the covers, and you don't like the texture, you can always make your cover even, and by even I mean with even texture. And you can use napkins for this idea. Just place few pieces of the napkins here and there, and use glue with water to cover everything like this. Your cover is going to be in same texture, but for this project and for me, I think that different covers looks way much better than covers with same pattern. And for this junk journal and the way that I plan it, I think it's going to look very beautiful. And I have intention to use some kind of laces, vintage laces. This is my idea. I love this cover. I said it many times, I'm really sorry for this, but I'm honest right now. It looks fantastic. And honestly, I like the way that everything's combined well with the bandage that I put here. I think it's very vintage, beautiful with two different textures. But it's up to you. What do you like to use? Unfortunately, for as far as I know, for my personal experience, when I'm using this oil paint, it needs around 12 hours to be dried up completely dry. So I have this intention to leave it again for 12 hours, and I'll be back on the next morning. But I won't make it as part 2 or part 3. I'm going to put the whole video together so you can see the process better and not searching part 2. Oh, this is this part 2. Yeah, this is part 2. Where is part 1? Something like this. So I have the intention to make it in one video, the whole process. I know that probably there are faster processes for making the covers, but this is my personal process and I'm sharing my personal experience, how and what I'm doing to cover my covers for my journals. Probably there are much more easy way to do, or if you have some kind of cover from child book, probably you can use it as it is. But if you have cover as I did from study book, probably it's better way to use my method. I don't know, let me know in the comments, do you like this? I know that it's very long as a method and it needs a lot of time to dry, but in the end the look is going to be very stunning and beautiful. You will decide, is this method that I'm sharing with you suitable for yourself? I'm very curious, what do you think about my method? So as you can see, it's very well covered, and I'm going to use my red paint. I know that it's not completely dried, it's not dried at all actually, but I'm going to use my red paint that I've prepared here because I don't want to because I have in mind to, how should I say it, to mix the paints. I know that this is oil paint and that this is acrylic paint, but I think that it's going to look beautiful. But first I have to go and wash my hands, and I will be back. Okay, so I'm going to start covering with my red paint the cover, because as I said, I want to make something different. As you can see, I'm using the same sponge right now, at first to apply the red paint, because I would like to make some kind of different shadows for my cover. Of course that there will be more red places over the cover. Let me put a little bit more from this beautiful paint and close it. So at first, bear in mind that you can make some kind of shadows with the red, and in the end I'm going to use this clean sponge to make only red spots over the cover. For now, as I said, I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself, I want to make reddish, brownish shadows over the cover. This is my first time using acrylic paint and oil paint in one, and as I said before, usually I'm covering my usually I'm applying only oil paint over my covers and I'm leaving it like this, but this time I've decided to put some red. I know that I said it for third time probably or second. Looks reddish, as you can see, and now it's time to use only this clean sponge, a little bit of the red paint. Usually I like to use a sponge because I have more control over the situation, over the way I'm covering and I'm using the paints, over the pressure that I'm using. This is the reason why mainly I use sponges. As you can see, I'm focusing more over this, over the back of the cover, because as I said, I'm going to make, let me just put some shadows here and there. because, as I said, I'm going to use vintage lace to decorate the front, but unfortunately this is going to be tomorrow, because right now everything is very wet. A little more of this red paint. I'm going to do the same thing with my front of the front part of the cover, but I'm not focusing so much over it. So as you can see, looks very interesting as a motif and then as a pattern. So I think that this looks very well. I wanted to make, I don't know, have you ever saw, probably you have, there are books with red covers, and when they are very vintage they look something like this. I have such book somewhere here, but I don't remember where I put it. The reason that I use this red paint is because I wanted to make this same look, as you can see, at least to get closer to it. Of course, this vintage book for which I'm talking about in my home is a little more red, but I'm going to use it. I'm going to put the paint like this and going to satisfy it with the look as it is right now. So as you can see, there are different shadows here and there, and I think that I managed to do the thing that I wanted to represent with my cover. So I'm going to leave it to dry for 12 hours, and I'll be back tomorrow. So as I said, yeah, I will be back tomorrow. So the paint is already dried and everything is according to plan, and I like the way that this cover turned and looks very beautiful. So I have a few ideas how I should decorate this cover. I'm going to use those beautiful vintage papers. This one is coffee, the stained paper from me. The rest of them, I mean those two are vintage papers, and I'm going to use, I have this intention to use this beautiful little girl for my cover. And as I said, I'm planning to put some lace over the cover. This is the reason why I didn't apply a lot of paint, and I didn't focus too much over the front of this cover, because I'm going to hide it anyway and you won't be able to see it. First, let me take, I don't remember, did I say it right now, that I left everything to dry up for 12 hours. So the oil paint is completely dried. As you can see, there are everything is dry, and I think that it looks very interesting, vintage, which is important for me. Let me just remove those accesses here and there, and I like the way that it looks with the two different patterns here. I mean the smooth one and this one here looks interesting. So first of all, I'm going to prepare the decoration here, and where it is, let me see where I put it. Okay, so I found what I was looking for, and I have the intention to use embossing powder, golden embossing powder, which is my favorite. Actually, I have silver. I have a lot of golden powders, but usually I like to use silver and gold. I don't know why. Those are my favorite covers since I was a child. So I have this intention to use, as I said, this beautiful, as you can see, it's very beautiful. It's antique gold or something like this. And cover the edges here. Also, I'm going to do the same thing with my vellum paper that I'm going to put beneath the little picture of the little girl. Little picture, little girl, yes. But because I want to pop up, and I want to focus over the picture, because this is the main thing that you should see while watching this journal. I'm going to use this cardboard, and I'm going to use my sewing machine, make some stitches here, then glue it, and probably it's going to be good. I've done this many times. So let's get started. First, let me take, there it is, and I have to prepare probably, let me see, okay, because I have to put my embossing powder somewhere. I'm going to prepare this little white page here. So I re-inked this pad because it was a little dry. they're going to look very, this thing that I'm doing, the edges are going to look very interesting. So this is little idea and secret that I have, and I'm sharing with you. So I'm going to top it here like that. For now I'm going to leave it here. Oops. And I'm going to do the same thing with my vellum paper. Let me take it. It's already here. Because I want golden edges for my vellum paper, that is going to be under the picture of this little girl. Don't worry if you put a lot of ink, it's going to look much beautiful. I find it more easy to do it like this. Probably looks strange. Okay, I'm going to put it here. Let me just return my embossing powder. Going to throw this away. Let me remove the things that I won't need anymore. Actually, probably it's good to use embossing powder here. Okay. Okay, this means that I will need this one again. Okay, so let me grab this one here and put it like that. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Let me remove the gun. And put some few stitches here, then glue it. Like that. It looks very beautiful, as you can see. I'm not quite sure, is it possible to, I'm not quite sure, probably I'm going to glue it. Okay, let me just take my little machine, sewing machine. And prepare everything. It's not so comfort when you have so much so how should I say, little space. Have little craft room. And probably this is not so good because sometimes I don't have enough space. Okay, let me see. Which one should I use? It's okay. This is only like a decoration for the picture. Let me cut out a little bit of those axes and a little to move it here, just a little. As I said, unfortunately I have little space to work. Let me open the glue. Of course it's stuck. Okay, so I managed to open the glue. Incredible. As I said, I'm going to apply a little of the glue here and there. and it's amazing. Yes. Okay, let me put a little bit of, oh, this is from my cats. I have 2 cats, so sometimes I have a lot of cat hair here and there. Fur, I'm sorry, not here. Fur. I like this vellum paper because when I'm using it, I know how much glue to use, and I can see the parts that are not glue well. Okay, so it's ready, as you can see, and let me start preparing the other parts. And take my beautiful ink that I love so much. I love it. I love this distressing. The color is so beautiful. And I always like to use it. Always. Okay. I think that I don't need this dressing for this one, the last one here. Just a little bit here and there. And I have the intention to put them together. Let me just check how they will look on the if I put them like this, like that, this one here probably like this, and this one like that. Okay, I think that like this is better. Okay, so I'm going to use my sewing machine again to connect all the parts. But first I'm going to glue them a little bit so they won't move so much. Let me cut a little part of this here. And use my machine. And I'm done for now with my sewing machine. Going to remove it somewhere here next to me, and now I'm going to put it like that. He wants to help. No, 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 no. Okay, so this part is ready. I'm going to leave it to dry here, and I'm going to start preparing my lace, and we'll see which of those lace I'm going to use, because I would like to put one more. So let me check something. Okay. Which one shall I use? It's difficult to choose. Let me just check something. If I put it like this, and here, okay, I've already choose. I'm going to use this one because it looks more vintage. As you can see, the cover is very beautiful. So I'm going to use this the natural color of this lace, and if I have space when I put everything together, I'm going to show you how you can make very fast flower from vintage flower, which is going to be beautiful. When I put it like this, wow, looks very beautiful. Okay, I'm going to work on parts like this. Let me put this one. And here, this one here. Let me see. Check it one more time. Looks very beautiful. The reason that I'm not using sewing machine is because the cover become very hard and thick, so probably I'm going to break my needle and it won't happen anything at all. This is the reason why I'm using glue for the beautiful for the cover, for the lace I mean. Let me okay, so I think it looks very beautiful. As I said, you won't see any part of the cover for the front, and I'm going to show you right now a very fast way to make a beautiful flower. Okay, I took all the things that I will need. I had to find them. Okay, as I said, I'm going to show you how to make very fast flower. I'm going to use for B for tracing. I don't know, do you have such cookie cutter? You can use all kinds of shapes you like. I'm going to use this one because actually this one is my favorite. As you can see, I've already put it here with my pencils because I'm using it very often. So this fabric here is from one antique shop that I bought it. It wasn't very cheap, actually controversial. It was expensive, and I have few more of those pieces together. I love the way that it looks, and it's very strong, as you can see. So my idea is to trace, put the cookie cutter. So if you have cookie cutter in the shape of flower, you can use it. If you don't have, they are very cheap, so you can buy it. This is my tip if you want to make beautiful vintage flowers. Let me just trace it. Oh, actually I'm going to do this on the back because I'm going to use the face for my cover. So if you have any kind of marks like pen marks, pencil marks actually, you won't bother to remove them because they are going to be on the back. And I'm not in a hurry because I want my shape to look beautiful. So my tip here is, if you do this, same thing that I'm doing, you don't need to hurry, just take your time. Okay. And I'm going to put it here, but I'm going to cut one more because I would like to make it double. And since this cover is whiter, I'm going to use alcohol ink and let me put them aside. When I'm using this ink, this alcohol ink, I'm going to change the color. I would like to make it more brownish. And I'm going to put it like this here, and I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to use this thread that is vintage thread, so I think it's going to look beautiful. But first of all, as I said and as I promised, I'm going to use a little bit of the ink and try to rip it, to brush the texture together like this, because I would like to apply it on some of the places. I love this alcohol ink. If you want to know, this is ginger that I'm using right now on Ranger. Yes, it's Ranger. And I think that they look much better and more beautiful. And I'm going to put this little button here. Let me just take a little bit of the thread. I've never used such old vintage thread. This is my first time for using it. And let me prepare it. So this is the fast way to make this flower if you have space on your junk journal. Okay, and let me take those pieces away, remove them actually, that's the correct word. Oh, such a beautiful thread. It's very quality. I mean, I can feel it because I'm sewing a lot by hand, and it's antique, of course. This is the reason why it's beautiful. I should buy more from those beautiful vintage buttons, if I can find, of course, because sometimes it's very difficult to find, especially here in our country. So my idea is to put it here or here. Probably here is better. And do you remember the video that I showed you with the spun cotton hearts pins? Those ones? Now I have the intention to use them. Probably I'm going to put it somewhere there, or here, or here, or here. I don't know where. I will see. So if you have this, if you watch this video, go. If you didn't watch it, go and watch it. You can use those spun cotton hearts that are very easy to make, and I think that here they look very beautiful. Also, I have the intention to make one video for one little charm that I want to add for this junk journal, and I would like to make it very beautiful, very heavenly journal. So I'm going to make this video probably next weekend or week, I don't know, when I have enough time, of course. Because I have, it's going to be spun cotton and it's going to be very beautiful. I think it looks very beautiful. Like that. Let me just press it a little bit. Okay. And as I said, I'm going to use it. Where to put it? Very good question. Probably I'm going to put it here, like this. So I think that I'm done with my project. I'm going to put some glue because I don't want to move. This pin is going to be some decoration. Don't want to put a lot of glue. Okay. Only as a decoration, as I said. Okay. It didn't pass through the... I had the feeling that it passed, but it didn't. Let me apply a little more glue. So one more time, if you didn't watch how to make those spun cotton hearts pins, watch the video. It's going to be useful. And this is my cover. It took a lot of time to make it, but I think it's worth it. So when I'm finished with the whole journal, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show a flip through the whole journal. Thank you for watching this video. Probably it become very long. I had to shoot it for 3 days. And please subscribe for my channel, like this video, watch the video if you're curious how to make those little beautiful spun cotton hearts. Watch the rest of my videos because you're going to find them useful, and see you in my next video, guys. Bye bye.